So, Guy, talk us about that. That first quarter was pretty amazing.
Yeah, look, credit to the team. I was very critical of our effort when we played last game, whatever day that was. I thought that our defence was pretty bad. So, real credit to the girls for their application to the defensive side of the floor. They kept a focus there for 4 quarters. We had a great start. They were very locked in. And then, I mean, there's a ton of talent on the Adelaide team, so to keep them to a pretty small score. Yeah, I feel better about that one, just because of our 4-quarter effort and our application than probably any game I can think this season so far.
Talk about the performance of Shaneice, 23, 6 and 5. One of her best performances of the season. You think fully complete, like on the offensive and defensive end?
Oh yeah, but for different reasons, because everyone looks at that and clearly that's a talent. But I mean, one of the things that Shaneice wanted to come here for and play was she wanted to become a better player defensively, and she's had some defensive performances this season which have been good and showing improvement, and some that I know that she hasn't been happy with and I haven't been happy with. But today I thought she was really locked into that end of the floor, and so that's why I'm happy with her performance, because I think that the other end can often come pretty easily to her. And then the second thing today is I just felt that she kept valued the ball better, you know.
Shaneice, obviously, congrats on the Tiana Mungakahia MVP award. How do you think you played out there?
I mean, yeah, same thing to what Guy was saying. I feel like I wasn't really thinking about the offensive end. I was more so thinking about the defensive end being where I needed to be to help the team get stops. I mean, that's where our points came easy for us, was through the stops and us being locked in defensively. So, I mean, yeah, happy with how I played, but also happy with how I played defense, and it's just only up from here.
Obviously, special day today. You didn't play last year. This is the first day you've actually got to play in it. How special, and what was the energy like out there playing?
I mean, energy was great. It was such good vibes. I mean, so nice to see like the work that was put in, and like behind the scenes work with everyone in pink and the stadium pink. So it was bigger than basketball today. I'm glad we got the win. We needed the win, and it was good to get it for T as well.
Guy, congratulations on the win. We're now getting down to the pointy end of the season, and there's a lot of teams that are kind of clumped up there and anything can happen. What are the things that the team needs to focus on for the next few rounds?
Oh, look, we've got some challenges in front, because we're going to run into a bunch of teams that are similarly motivated to want to get into that 4th spot. And yeah, the last game we played, I thought we made the error of not understanding how motivated they were to take the spot. It's not our destiny to finish 4th. We're going to have to go and claim it. And then also we've got a few games left yet against top end of the ladder, which you know, you want to prove yourself. You want to be a good team against the best teams, and so there's a ton to play for yet. But I think that in terms of if there's a formula for how we want to go about our stuff, it was a lot more on display today.
Shaneice, on the offensive end, you seem to be in a bit of a zone today, because you were taking shots without. It didn't seem as though you were really thinking too much about them. You were just doing it. How did it feel for you, and when you were nailing shots at that time?
I mean, yeah, today felt really good. I've been having trouble for myself, I think, with shooting the ball the last couple of games. But yeah, I mean, today felt really nice. I think it was all just flowing from like the defensive end. So yeah, felt really good.
Great.
Shaneice, kind of continuing on from what was being said a bit before about your defence, who was speaking about that, but you did manage to keep some of their really dominant players like Izzy and Japrise, who were really dominant in that last game, down to only 2 and 4 points. So how are you, I guess, happy with the defence overall?
I mean, yeah, really happy. I think it wasn't only just me. I think the whole team was a part of that. The girls, gotten times when I got beat, the girls had my back. So yeah, I mean, it's a around team job, so we got it done.
Yeah, and Guy, in that last presser against Adelaide, I think afterwards you said that you thought the Flames were maybe a bit scared to go inside against Brianna, but today, I mean, you said you were happy with Shaneice, but also for Yamaya to outscore and rebound her, but have you said, like, anything to her, like, during the week about that?
Oh, well, she's not intimidated. I mean, she's played against players like Brianna her whole life because there are so many athletes that play US basketball, whereas for the Australian girls to have such a long shot blocker such as Turner, it's a little bit of a different experience. And she had a pretty poor start the last time we played Adelaide, but credit to Maya, that was one of her better games in terms of doing exactly what we wanted her to do. So I really wanted to go with that match-up again. Otherwise, Brie Turner's left to float around and cause a bit of damage on any drive, but the fact that she had to guard Maya keeps her pretty locked into that one role and not able to help off too much.
Yeah, and also just one about this game and this pink game. I did chat to Tiana before the game and she was kind of talking about what the players and I guess you as well had kind of given her, but what do you think you and I guess the players as well have, like what have you been able to take from her and what has she given you?
It's just the time I've had with T. I mean, when I was announced as the Flames interim coach, she was our point guard. She was signed for 2 years back then. And so I was just getting my head around watching her play and thinking about the season ahead with her. And then the cancer resurfaced and then it went into remission but we wanted to keep her around the club, so we created an assistant coach role for her. And I mean, I just love her to bits. She's one of the most inspirational people that you can be around with some issues with the cancer coming back again this year, and she is not full-time with the team. I really miss her on our staff. She's incredible dynamic with that. We talk a fair bit, and she's just really important to me. And when you've got someone with such a positive attitude that's dealing with what life is throwing at her, it makes our issues about how we're playing basketball diminish, and it keeps those things in perspective. So I think this is just a wonderful event, as Swain said, and it couldn't be more fitting for how she is, her respect and help she's received from the McGrath Foundation. And then the last thing I would say is just kudos to our club as well, because this is a magnificent event when you walk out there and you get to be part of it in the middle. It is a pretty special vibe, as Shaneice said. So being out there is great, and I probably just can't stress enough what an incredible human being Tiana is.